Hello again, Rebecca here. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to the Cozy Christmas YouTube Hop put on by my lovely friends over at the Paper Crafting YouTube Facebook group. Check us out if you guys want to be able to play along. So, I am going to play with this Simple Stories kit. There is one more piece of 12 by 12 paper and some scraps. My goal is to kill this off, and I think I did a really good job. I just add the extras back into my Christmas stash and get rid of all the small scraps. So it is Cozy Christmas is the theme for our hop today. So I found that fun little picture of my sister and my son snuggling. I believe this is 2008, maybe 2007. So Sam would have been 5 or 6, and that was Christmas morning. So we always used to stay at my mom and dad's for Christmas Eve. We would go over there and then stay and have Christmas morning with my family. And that was Christmas morning. And my sister and him, I do not believe, weren't even sleeping. They were just faking for me, but it's totally fine. So I like this pattern paper right here, but I want to do some mixed media on it. So I did just take white gesso and just dry brush it on into a weird pattern. I'm going to go ahead and cut down the paper, cut the branding strip off. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but the gesso, and the paper, mixed in a crazy way and turned the red poinsettias neon hot pink. It was crazy. So now I've got to try to cover that up, and you can see that's what I'm doing. Tapping my fingers, and I'm like, all right, let's just do this the best we can. So I did take 3 Nouveau Mica Mist. I do love Nouveau Mica Mist. They are very pretty and shimmery. So I'm going to try the packaging technique. It doesn't quite work over the gesso the way that I like it to look. The only reason that I used the gesso was to try to mute out the background. And to be honest with you guys, the spots where I mess up and get it off the gesso, I like way more than what's on the gesso. So that's kind of why I don't always use a gesso when doing these type of techniques. Yeah, you don't get a lot of movements, and control, but it sinks in and looks real good. So you'll see right here, I do something super uber funny, and I didn't know what to do with that big 12 by 12 sheet of paper. So I went ahead and, you'll see here in a minute, I think I'm done. I stick it in my little trash bin to the side, just so that I don't get ink everywhere. I pick it up and I set it down and I turn my whole hand green. Yep, I do. So I'm just using the package technique. I even pulled in some Brutus Monroe Chroma Mist at one point because I was really trying to get it the color. Like the Nouveau Mica Mist was not coloring. It wasn't it wasn't sitting on top of that white gesso, so it wasn't leaving a color mark. It was leaving shimmer. There you go. There's my green hand. Then I'm like, let's just go to town. So it wasn't actually coloring the gesso. So I started pulling in some Chroma Mist to get the the pigments. In the end, I do add a whole bunch of mixed media. Let it sit. It does turn out pretty good. I am happy with it, and I end up covering up most of it anyway. So I just wanted to play with mixed media. That's just kind of what I wanted to do. So here it is. It is all done. It looks like a big stinking hot mess because I have so many of those some of those shimmers in there that they have different colors of glitter in them. So we are a few days later now, and I'm trying to familiarize myself with what I wanted to do. And I absolutely love this technique. I do it, enough, right? You can't keep doing the same thing over and over again. But I basically am going to, right there, I'm going to cover up that side of the page. So as I'm doing this, I realize that I just want to use the scrap up here as well, right? So when I cut it down to 4, I left like 1.5 inches, 2 inches right here. So I'm going to add this first right along the edge of the paper. And you can see there even that I did use gesso, it still leaked through. And since there is so much gesso and mixed media sitting right there, I am going to use my ATG and some liquid adhesive. That's just the Elmer glue Still not my favorite, but it doesn't, it's not as liquidy and wet as that white glue I have sitting there. But they both work perfectly fine. I mean, they're just not fast drying. They're not art glitter glue, you know? All right, so I am just trimming up some of those little edges, and instead of continuously fighting it, I just grabbed the scissors and trimmed those edges down. So I'm going to go ahead and take the picture of my sissy and my son, mat it on this burr paper. Now, I do toss that. I have so much Christmas papers, you guys, that I'm keeping the big strips. You know, normally I keep all of it until it's like over, but no, I ain't got time for that today. I know it's sad, but I don't want to have to stress over it. I have so many Christmas layouts, hops, and design teams and collaborations going on in the month of December. The less stress, the better. So as you see there, I went ahead and matted it in the burr paper, and then I matted it on the cover sheet, just the back side of it that was white. I'm going to pop this up on foam as well, and just go ahead and continuously use some liquid and dry adhesive. Here's that white glue I was talking about. I'm going to go ahead and angle my photo right about there. Now, I do kind of like, not my favorite layout in the end. Let's just be honest. I was trying to use the things, and instead of actually finding different elements that would work for the design that I wanted, I made myself use these items, and let's be honest, that's just not the way to do things, right? You know? So I'm going to go ahead and I popped the burr down, which is going to serve as my title because I thought it was cute and it matched, you know, obviously all of the colors. So my 12-inch sticker border strip isn't 12 inches. So I go ahead and cut it, thinking that I have a large piece to embellish right there, and I don't. See what I'm saying? So then I have to make it work. I mean, in the end, it turns out cute, just not my favorite layout. So I do pop the little snowman guy up on some fun foam. So while I'm getting the rest of these decorations done, I want to remind you guys that it's the Paper Crafting YouTube hop today, and it's our December hop, and we do it once a month. I believe it's either the first Saturday of every month. Now you will notice in January it does become, I think, the second Saturday because of the holidays and everything, but that is fine. But I will have all the lovely creatives that are playing along down below hop on over, see what they created for the Cozy Christmas Hop. I am super excited because I love Christmas, and as you guys can tell, there's been like a Christmas explosion on my channel lately, right? So if you are not already a subscriber, I would love to have you. I would like to get over 1,500 by the end of the year, and then I would have successfully hit my third set of goals for my YouTube and my paper crafting life for the year. So that would be awesome if you could help me out. And if you are already a subscriber, I absolutely love you so much and wish you nothing but the merriest and wonderful holiday season. You guys have ever inspired me, and all of your kind comments always make me smile. Right here, I am putting 2 Dotty About Flair onto my layouts. They were sitting on my desk because I opened them. They were part of my day 3 advent calendar, right? I was way behind on this one, you guys. Like, for some reason, I had this in my head that this went up next Saturday. So I had to create this on the fly. Like, I had the background created and stuff because whenever I have a mixed media layout coming up, I do work on it so it has proper time to dry in stages like I like, but not so much than this one. All right, so do all the YouTube things and go ahead and check everybody else out, and I'll see you tomorrow with another video. Bye.